Hi friends, I'm Pastor Diana. Welcome to a daily devotion. I'm so glad that you are pausing in the midst of what is a busy time of year to spend some time focusing on God and how God is at work in the world during this time. This season, we are exploring the theme of rediscovering joy. And this week, we're going to be journeying through the first couple of chapters of Matthew as we explore the story of Jesus Christ. So let's just dive in. So the Gospel of Matthew begins with the story of Jesus in a little interesting way. It starts, a record of the ancestors of Jesus Christ, son of David, son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah was the father of Perez and Zerah. Her mother was Tamar. Perez was the father of Hezron. Hezron was the father of Aram. Aram was the father of Abinad. Abinad was the father of Nahshon. Nahshon was the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz. Boaz was the mother of Ruth. Boaz was the mother of Obed, who was the mother of Ruth. Obed was the father of Jesse. Jesse was the father of the king of David. David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been the wife of Uriah. Solomon was the father of Rehoboam. Rehoboam was the father of Abijah. Abijah was the father of Asaph. Asaph was the father of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat was the father of Joram. Joram was the father of Uzziah. Uzziah was the father of Jotham. Jotham was the father of Azaz. Azaz was the father of Hezekiah. Hezekiah was the father of Manasseh. Manasseh was the father of Amos. Amos was the father of Josiah. Josiah was the father of Jeconiah and his brothers. And this was the time of the exile of Babylon. After the exile to Babylon, Jeconiah was the father of Shentanel. Shentanel was the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel was the father of Abidad. Abidad was the father of Elikam. Elikam was the father of Azor. Azor was the father of Zadok. Zadok was the father of Akim. Akim was the father of Eluad. Eluad was the father of Eleazar. Eleazar was the father of Mattan. Mattan was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom Jesus was born, who is called the Christ. So there were 14 generations from Abraham to David, 14 generations from David to the exile to Babylon, and 14 generations from the exile to Babylon to the Christ. Really, Matthew? Really? That is how you decide to begin telling the birth of Jesus, by giving a genealogy. And now, Matthew's genealogy perhaps is not quite so accurate. 14 plus 14 plus 14. Now, that is a very special number. Matthew's point isn't to create an accurate family tree. Rather, Matthew's point is to situate Jesus Christ in the greater story of God's love for the world. God's love for the world did not begin with Jesus Christ. No, Jesus is a part of the continuation of that story. And that is one of the ways that we get to rediscover joy every year, by knowing we are not individuals, but we are part of a greater story. And you know, many of the things we have around our home are decorations. And decorations are beautiful, and maybe you buy new ones every year to decorate on current themes. But I know for me, the most important thing about the decorations I use is that they have meaning. So this week, we are going to explore back here the nativity scene. Now, you may notice that one of the things that's unique about our nativity scene is we don't put it out horizontally, we put it out vertically. And I really like that this year because it is reminding me that all of these people, we are all part of a story. We are part of the story that goes back generation upon generation, upon generation, upon generation of God's love. So this year, as we are rediscovering the joy of God Emmanuel, God with us, Jesus the Christ child, born to us once again, know that you are placed in that story. You have a genealogy of generation upon generation. And so, consider, where are you in this story? Where generation are you in? How are you placed in God's story today? Have a blessed day.